Hello lovely people, welcome to a new art journal therapy video. Today I'm outside, so we're going to see if this works with the sound, the wind. It's such a beautiful day that I wanted to share with you how I do it. So I picked a time, it's lunchtime here, so I thought it was going to be more quiet, but someone is also doing some work on his house, so I hope it's not too much bothering you. Here is a little sage leaf that I'm burning as a way to start this session. I love sage leaf because they keep on burning even when the flame is out, a bit like an incense, so it's very nice. Okay, so today I'm going to do a sort of introduction of my work, or this series of videos, what I call the art journal therapy. It's a bit like a morning routine for me. I started it like a month ago, a little bit more. Okay, now we have the wind, so we'll see. And yes, I see it's more like the morning pages by Julia Cameron. I don't know if you know it, and if you don't, you really should check it out because it's really great. So let's see if I have a good enough. Well, I'll have to use this one. And so the point is, these morning pages, is to write down everything you feel like. Write it down basically. It's like what we call also brain dump or something like that. And it's a way to put everything that is on your mind, and by putting it on by putting it on paper, it's a bit like you sort of gave it a place, and then it's not going to bother you anymore. And that's the idea, and it does work. It does really work. So, but it's writing, and I've done it a few times. And then I don't know when it was that I thought about doing this, but then with paint, with this little book, art journal. I'm using this really small format so that it's it can be quite quick, that it doesn't take too much time, because that's the point of these morning pages. Julia Cameron, she says that the minimum is 3 pages, so you see, doesn't have to be very big or very long. And I'm doing the same with intuitive painting. Basically, I'm not putting any intention. I'm just looking at the colors and doing what I feel like, letting my brain go sort of numb or blank or something, And the fact that I'm talking to you is also a therapy, so for you, you could also just talk out loud. So this is the main page, and this is a second page that I used to clean my brushes. Being outside in the sun and in the wind, it's nice because it's going to dry my paint quite quickly, which is fun. So so this is I've done a few already of these sort of morning pages, artistic morning pages. I'm not really sure how I should be calling them. And I've done everything. I've done paint, just pens, pencils, watercolor, everything. And it's great because it really is it's a bit like an art journal, normal art journal practice, where you can just test new stuff, without being afraid of the result, And I've really enjoyed it, and it sort of helped me use new stuff, old stuff that I didn't use, like paint markers that I didn't use anymore, and I sort of found them again and liked them. Yes, so that is what I'm doing in the morning. I get up, have my tea, breakfast. I put on some lovely quiet music, and I feel like it really helps me go into a routine. And also because before that I used to have, like, I call it a bad routine, but I've had some health issues for the past 5 years, mental and physical, and morning was really difficult because, well, I would wake up and I would feel tired already, basically, and it was difficult. And I would basically get up and go to my sofa, put the telly on, and it would be a reason, not a reason, but a way for me to also calm me down, basically. I guess I sort of feel a bit overwhelmed. Okay. So anyways, yes, I had this practice. Well, there was no practice. I would just get up, put on telly on, and then I could, of course, I couldn't do a lot of stuff, and I would only sort of get up if I had like an outside meeting or something. I would still do stuff, but of course, if you start watching telly in the morning, you watch an episode or another one, and then you don't get far, do you? But that's what I was doing, and yeah, that's what I needed, I guess, at the moment, and I didn't have anything else that would help in the same way until yes, like a month and a half ago, where I changed, and I really like this practice now. So I'm doing. I don't do a lot of reading yet, but I'm doing breakfast, a bit of checking my email and stuff, Facebook, not a lot, not too much, and then this, and then now I'm doing a bit of yoga because I have endometriosis and I have a flare-up, like I have constant pain basically, and yeah, I'm doing yoga to sort of help me with the pain. Hopefully it will help, I don't know, but it is quite nice actually, so we'll see. So what I'm doing is really, so as I said, intuitive. I just look at all my paint tubes and I feel which one is sort of calling me. And I just paint, This I can do now because I've been doing it for quite a while. Obviously, if you're new to intuitive painting, your brain will try and control everything, trying to make sense of things, which you don't have to when you're doing intuitive painting. So yeah, so I just paint, do stuff, and check the colors, put them around. I do like to scratch on wet paint. And this is why I can talk to you. I mean, sometimes it's still difficult, that you can see, but yeah, as you can see now, this side I don't really know what to do, so I'm focusing on this side, which is nice to have two sides, because sometimes you either need to let it dry, or you're finished, or you don't know what to do yet, and you go on the other side. And this is good for any sort of painting practice, it's not even only intuitive. And then you focus on the other side, and then maybe you will know what to do next on this side afterwards, So as you can see, I'm still on my sort of impressionistic painting way, with these sort of paintbrush strokes. I've done a few already, paintings like that. But the paintbrush is too big for the small book. Small size of the book, so I don't know if okay, that wasn't what the plan was, but anyways, that's how it goes. And yes, I don't use a palette because I think when you do intuitive painting, the color has to be ready. Otherwise, if you mix the paint, then you lose the flow, the momentum. Okay, I like it. Nice. So yeah, and the thing about intuitive painting is that, well, sometimes you know what the message is or what it means, what you're painting, even when you don't really put an intent to your painting. Basically, sometimes you have something that you want to work on. It can be anything, and you ask, you put the intention to be helped for this or that. And sometimes you don't. You just you're open to anything. Basically, you can still ask, what is the message for me today, stuff like that. And still, even with intention, sometimes you don't understand what you've painted, and it's okay. At least that's, it is okay. What I mean is, that's what I am at the moment. Most of the time I don't understand what I'm painting, and it's fine, because my subconscious knows, if there is a message or not. And at the very least, I've had a really good time of being of not having, it's a bit like a meditation when you don't think about anything. That's the same thing. It just calms your brain, because my brain is always busy with hundreds of thoughts, and it's just so tiring. And these exercises, like walking is also amazing. It really brings me in a nice mood. Painting, meditating, yoga, they're so important in your well-being. That's why this practice is so important for me. And I hope you also have your own practice. That's so funny because I used to make these sort of framed works, but it was when I just started with intuitive painting, it was like 2 or 3 years ago, and it's coming back. So funny. So for me, frames, what I'm doing is a bit like either that I need structure, something like that, that could be the message, or and for you it could be something completely different. Also the colors, sometimes the colors, they mean something. Red could be love. For me it's passion, and pink is self-love for me. So now I don't know what to do, and now that's when the brain comes in. The brain, the mental ego, I don't know, I think it's the right brain, the analytical one, and the left brain. Anyways, I'm going to, and that's, when you don't know what to do, you don't know if it's finished or something, then the brain, sort of switch on, and then, because in one way this feels like it's finished, but this doesn't, but I don't know what to do. Okay, oh, that's nice. Ooh, I love it. And yeah, cheap paint is great because for me it helps me put as many colors as I want. I can, do very thick paintings without feeling like that I'm wasting paint. And but at the same time, you have limitation. Either the pigment is not strong enough, like this is great, but then when it's going to dry, it won't be as strong, the pigmentation, and it's not as opaque as good quality paint. So sometimes you're doing something really great, and it doesn't look as good as you would want to. I'm doubting. I don't know if I'm still in intuitive mode or if it's, more mental mode. I don't know. And it's okay sometimes. Sometimes mental brain takes over, and sometimes it's, that's the process. It's like when you meditate. Oh, this is nice. This is great. But anyway, it's the sun. I have sunglasses, so of course what I see is different. But when it's going to dry, it's going to be different. And it's okay. You see, it's already getting when I'll finish these ones, I can buy some more expensive ones. Okay, this is nice. I like it. Where is the pink? Yes. So basically, intuitive painting is really different with different people. You can you might know exactly what you're painting, you might not, and it doesn't have to be abstract. It can be figurative. You might paint an animal, a shape, a symbol, a portrait. Sometimes I do portraits. and it's all good. And sometimes, yes, as I said, you will have a message, sometimes you won't. I think the most important part of this process is when you're doing it is the present moment, like meditation. You have some benefits in the longer time, but it's not the product. Sometimes, you make something that you really find beautiful. You might even be able to sell it, at least a print or something. And sometimes you just do something, like this one, which doesn't really have, like maybe a monetary value. I don't know. It might still, but that's absolutely not the point. The point is to have a good time. Be completely in the present moment. Okay, I'm finished, I think. You see, it's so funny, sometimes you can't help but, like your hand does paint as well. Sometimes, it's so funny. So your brain doesn't, work. Sometimes it's visual, you see the color and it's have to be, and then mostly it's actually your hand that is working. And you see, I can't help myself doing the frames. And sometimes I will do a shape, a form, and then I will paint over and it will come back, which means that it's really what I was meant to paint. So this is it for me. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I think we have 50. I really enjoyed this moment. I have no idea what it is. Sometimes it's just I think it's just playing. It's just playing with paint. And for me, the yellow here, it really makes me feel happy. All the little dots, I'm not really sure what it means, but I like the colors. They're like, almost like tulips or something, but anyways, I'm not going to try and analyze it because it's not the point. I just hope you like it, and I see you in another video. Bye.